Peggy 18.
Hello ladies and gentlemen to what might be second season of Dawn of the Men here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Based on my research in the views, you really seem to like Dawn of Men. Some episodes go over 30 views and such, and I'm just really glad that you are enjoying the series. Now, the thing is that in our first season, we were able to reach the Iron Age and be able to start producing steel tools. We have the beautiful village, which is located on a riverbank, and we do have a ton of farmable land with lots of animals. However, there aren't that many more things which I can do. Of course, I can try to grind for some achievements such as making 10 steel swords in one game, but honestly I would rather start a fresh new game and see if we can actually get a better location, because at certain time I wasn't really that happy, and I'm well aware that the last few episodes were actually just repeating the 4 seasons, and we were trying to build everything around our harvest season. So hopefully we're gonna be able to actually go and try to do the Northlands. So as you can see, I do have like all the achievements or the milestones from the Continental Dawn, and the Northlands, they definitely have different situation because the winter seasons are a bit more harsher. So we're gonna try to do the Northlands in this scenario, and I'm really not sure what would be a good location for me to try and pull off here. Obviously, fishing was a great source of food for us, and in a lot of occasions it actually managed to save my community, because I was able to force a bunch of people to go fishing, and then we just dried the fish and they had food. I'm actually really considering the Frozen Alley with a normal mode. I'm not really sure if I can pull off hardcore, where I would have only one save game. Game cannot be paused. Other tribes progress at their own rate. Larger amount of raiders, regular animal aggression. I'm gonna probably keep it at the normal because, well, let's face it, these are not your professional walkthroughs, and I'm just glad I was able to not get everyone killed with God knows what. So I'm either considering Frozen Valley or the Twin Lakes, but I would really love to have a colony or settlement built around the 2 riverbanks, meaning on one side of the river we have part of the town, on the other side of the river we have other part of the town. This way we can build our housing on the 2 riverbanks. We can then build our warehouses and our storages closer to the walls, and have eventually the agriculture a bit further away from the water if there's gonna be suitable land. So this is one of the possibilities. I'm not really sure if it's important for me to change the name of the settlement, but this thing is so horrible, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. So does it change with... No, it does not change. So if I would try to go back in here, okay, it still sounds like you have something stuck in the back of your throat and you're trying to cough it out. But okay, but we're just gonna try this, and I'm actually thinking about trying the nomad choice, and we are gonna start with no structures but extra resources, so you can choose your own location to settle. This might be theoretically good, and the biggest issue is that if I will screw it up, I can try to go again, not tell you about it in the editing, and then we're gonna see how it's gonna work out. So let's give it a shot, see how it works. If it's gonna be total failure, I'm gonna try the Northlands again. We're gonna try the same Frozen Valley, and I'm gonna theoretically try to be actually settled. So let's see how this is gonna work out for us. Okay. Theoretically, we would be able to build a massive town on this riverbank, but I'm not really sure if we would be able to pull off any miracles in here. And if I try to go further down, yeah, like we would have to travel potentially over here, but I'm not a huge fan. Going inland would not help me out. If we switch to... Okay. Here we are actually cooking something interesting. I want to pause the game because, well, it's start of the winter season. I would be able to get my people to move in here. There seems to be Flint located over there. We would have eventually Flint deposits in here. I don't see that many forageables. There are some blueberries. This would not give us also that much room for building. I mean, here I would theoretically be able to keep a big city, and I would be able to build the circular structure from the monoliths on top of that hill. And I mean, this looks like a decent idea. It's challenging enough. There's plenty of resources. There's not that much to forage, which is my biggest issue with this location. There is decent chunk of copper. There is plenty of wood. Question is, how far are you? So, I don't know where those additional resources are supposed to be located. But I'm actually thinking we're gonna start off over here. And the thing is, usually if you start by not having a nomad setting, you have the crafter available. We don't have any sticks yet, but I'm quite sure that can be addressed. So if we were to go and build the crafter under like this massive stone over here, have the heart moved a bit, so we can have it like so. I'm quite sure we're gonna be able to get this stuff done, and hopefully there's gonna be something which we can hunt. There are your Megalosauruses, but with the current level of technology which we have available, it's not the best idea probably. The sticks are here. There is some stone over here to be gathered. I'm really hoping they're gonna be able to pull this thing off, or we are royally screwed. We do have enough leather for one house, and I should think about where I want to keep the housing. Also, I need to keep in mind that there is a freaking bear. There is another bear. There are a ton of bears here. It's like I'm in the middle of bear country, but this location seems to have an interesting, challenging aspect to it. So I'm really tempted to try this thing off and see if I'm gonna be able to pull it off. I actually want to build the first house like so. If we're gonna start clearing out this area eventually, of course, I'm gonna be focusing on moving the housing to other location. We do have Flint here, so that's awesome too. Just really hoping we're not gonna trigger that old female bear to attack us, because she does have a full health and that can cause a ton of issues. So we do have now this available for us. We're gonna require wooden harpoons, wooden spear, biface in order to have some form of a cutting tool. If we put down that letter, that is gonna allow us to do at least something, and we're gonna have to start looking for any form of game to hunt down. Woolly rhino is kind of not the animal you want to try and tackle at the start of the game, so I'm gonna try to focus the Megalosaurus here. I really don't want to go after the mama bear. Reindeer seems to be a tempting scenario, but for now fish is gonna have to do the trick. We are gonna not be able to do any drying without this tech, so I really need to gain access to it. If we can build some storage, such as wooden pile and rock pile for now, because we don't have the leather to actually pull off the tent for the storage purposes, and also I don't have sort of like other things that can be stored there effectively as of yet. This is gonna give us a ton of room. This is gonna give us additional room, and this is gonna give us room too. So I'm really thinking if I will be able to pull this thing off, I might have colony or town eventually, which goes all the way around here to here to here, creating the river as like a major source of food, water, and everything. And we're gonna see how the agriculture is gonna pan out eventually. But okay, the house is done. I need to pause the game. We do have capacity for 3 people. However, we do have 6 of them. I, however, without access to dry skin, cannot hope to produce anything, and we are gonna have to hunt down some stuff in order to gain access to the sufficient quantity of knowledge so we can consider actually doing something like that. So we're gonna get some food here. I really wish you would actually finish off this damn thing. Not really sure what's okay. Did we just gather all that stone? And yeah, there is actually stone here, so please gather that, and please finish off this thing in order to keep us warm. No storage slots left. Yeah, I hate the fact that you are actually storing meat on the ground. That's not the best thing. Do have one Megalosaurus over here that has died. I'm gonna try to mark the remaining ones for hunting, but we don't have that much of a population to allow us to do this. Also, we have like 3 sticks. There's that flint. The winter is taking just forever to get done. The meat and the leather or the raw skin is just sitting in the water, which I'm quite sure is not the most efficient storage way that we have currently available. The problem is, because they are herd animal, if he tries attacking one of them, they're all gonna start running the hell away. And especially if he like misses his shot, you're gonna get to these weird locations He's gonna try to follow them around. And it's just gonna create this super awkward situation for me. No storage slots available. What do you mean? I cannot build these things. We don't have access. I really need to build the food drying thing and then the tanning. We need one more research point. How's the bear population? It's huge. It's huge, but so far they are leaving us alone. I really hope that you're not gonna screw me over somehow. Yeah, the Megalosaurus has escaped. But there's a reindeer. There are wild horses, but yeah, we can forget about domestication right now. I mean, after all, we are back at the Paleolithic era. How's our second house looking? I did not even put it down yet because, yeah, I just don't have the capable. So this makes me actually think. Because we have this. I'm gonna actually have to go... I cannot go with the tanning because that's gonna give me leather. I need to have drying capabilities. Question is... We go into production. I need to have... Oh, I actually have access to the skin dryers. Okay. So the good thing is that I can actually move this stuff around. I really want to do... If we would go to bone harpoons and bone spears, we would be more proficient. However, if we unlock the processing of our food or the preserving of our food, it's gonna be more beneficial. So let's do this. And I really need to build the other house or I'm not gonna be very popular chief. So if we get these things up and running, we are gonna be able to put the necessary stuff over here and start producing more leather. So once we have the dry skin, we are gonna be able to switch things around. With the super long and super difficult winter, I'm actually terrified of how our food supplies are gonna be lasting throughout the winter season. Still don't have that one freaking piece of stone. You gotta be freaking kidding me. We do have a massive movement of animals. I'm gonna try to mark some of them to be hunted down, but wild horses being hunted down with wooden spears, that's a recipe for nightmare. Unless they are gonna move so damn close that it's just like asking to be turned into horse salami or something. It would be awesome if you would finish off the hearth. And the cool thing is that as we start clearing out this section, I will be able to move the populace or the housing more inland. Theoretically keep some farming land by the river. I'm gonna see. At this time, it's really impossible for me to tell you how this is gonna look like. We don't have any goddamn sticks. And actually, right now, I do prefer to have these things manually selected before actually putting down tasks to pick up stuff because, yeah, I just don't know how I feel about my chances. Blueberries. Yes. Whatever the berries here are, and actually there's a ton of them, we want them. So I don't care how short the summer might be. Let's try to hunt down this Megalosaurus. It is seriously injured. This one too. This one as well. Or this one is just selected for the hunt. If we get some skins for drying, that would actually be awesome. Holy fudge. We have musk ox. We have actually not seen these in the first season. So this is awesome. Good to know that there's a larger variety of animals. I'm not really happy about the cave lions, but we have to choose our fights. You seem to be unhappy, so that means you will perform at a horrible pace, because sure, we can afford that totally. Please put these things to be high priority. And it would be awesome if we can actually build the storage tent. For that, it would be awesome if I can cut down the 2 spruce that are growing in here. Berries are gathered. This one house is doing perfectly well, but we still are surpassing our population limits. We need to access the knowledge, and I'm actually really thinking about going with the better tools. Getting the composite tools is gonna be a key, because we do have access to flint here. And if we actually switch to making the bone tools, that is gonna be really crucial, because they are more efficient, more deadly, and since we are going to be hunting down animals, we are going to get bones out of them. So the logic behind this is that you kill a horse, or you kill any of these animals. I mean, there are reindeers, we do have orcs, we do have a old cave bear, or young male actually, who is injured by some miracle. If we manage to take them down, that is gonna allow us to then gain access to more construction materials. We do need sticks for this thing to be finished off, so please pick up those freaking sticks and stop pissing me off. We do have mostly berries. We do have some cured meat. You are just really annoying with this stuff. You do realize that, right? Can't you just like hunt these things down, since they are right on top of you? This is what I love about this game in comparison to a Planetbase. You can actually manually select these things and punish anything that decides to move around here. And if it works out, then it works out. If it doesn't work out, well, then you are screwed. There are even chestnuts in here, but I was able to hunt down at least 1, 2 Megalosaurus. There is some meat in the water. This bear is still injured, so it would be awesome. Both of them are actually injured. I'm not really sure why. But if we are going to be able to hunt them down, that's going to give us also knowledge. Because hunting down bears is... that's a big thing to try and pull off. Now, we do have the housing taken care of. We are already in the fall season. Unfortunately, we don't have access to certain tech. Berries have decayed. That's just the unfortunate thing. I'm completely out of sticks yet again. There is some food to be picked up here, some stone to be picked up here. So obviously having bridges over here is gonna be eventually crucial thing to do. Really hate the fact that you did not eat those damn berries. There is still a ton of stone eventually, which I'm gonna be able to gather. We do have a megalith super close by. There is some wild wheat which is growing here. That's also gonna be super helpful. We are getting the necessary knowledge. I want to grab these tools because if I can actually switch to making the Flint Tools, I will require stone polishing. Yeah, in order to get the flint sickle and flint knife, so I will be relying on the production of the biface in order to get access to some of this stuff. Flint. How is our flint deposit in this area? And these are cave hyenas, so we need to be careful because cave hyenas and cave lions tend to be really aggressive, and when they traverse certain locations, they really love to attack. So I really want to avoid being attacked unless it is me who initiates the assault. We are missing sticks. I don't seem to have any sticks. So let's give you some stuff to pick up here. I mean, even the freaking kids should be able to do this stuff. Where is that storage tent? We don't have that many skins currently being dried up. Although it actually looks like we do have raw skins over here. So it is being processed. The storage tent would therefore make a lot of sense to be built here. We are going to require one more dry skin in order to do this. We have no fuel. I'm not really sure if it's sticks or something else. I really hate the fact that the hyenas have moved to this location. I also don't know what the hell are you doing in here. Are you coming here for that piece of bone? Cave hyenas are attacking. So let's try to mark this cave hyena. And because we have two grown people, they were able to defend themselves, but that still does not mean these hyenas are not going to be causing issues. So really need to keep a close eye on those. I'll try to increase the priority on these tasks. It looks like we are being unable to build anything due to the lack of sticks. I cannot believe that is my main issue right now. We do have food. There is the winter season again. However, not really sure if it looks like winter season because there's no snow. So are we gonna have like 2 winter seasons? We are getting at least a ton of knowledge. That is really crucial for us. I don't know if we want to go with this. Probably the funerary rituals would be beneficial because if I am able to build a burial mound somewhere here. The cool thing is that it's far away. We can put our fallen comrades over there. And they can go there and pray to God knows what deity that they worship in order to be happy. I was really hoping that actually also a skull pole would help me out in order to keep their morale up. If we build additional housing, I'm really hoping Some more people are gonna eventually show up. Can you kill this thing? Awesome. Not even that injured. Great, good to know. Although cave hyenas have really strong bite force, it's much worse than if your chihuahua would decide to bite you, trust me. So, I'm not really sure if that is accurate, but I'll take it. We do have bones. I do have some sticks. Let's put in the production for bone spears too. And bone harpoons. Whatever tools we can have. Whatever tools we can actually even equip. That is gonna be helpful. The small cave hyena. And this small cave hyena. And this small cave hyena. And even this one. Should be disposed of. Because eventually they are gonna reach full maturity. And I really don't want them to be a danger for anyone. This flint can still be gathered. I don't know if we do have that one flint deposit here still. Seems like yes. And we do have a flint deposit here along with stone deposit. But I really don't want to go deep into bear territory unless I have to. The funniest thing is that this cave bear is still selected for being hunted down. Sure, the musk ox seems like a tempting target, but yeah, I really don't want to screw around with some of the larger animals right now. Somehow we are now able to... Yeah, we have flint axe, so we should be able to start chopping down trees, and this is going to allow us to get more resources than just sticks. Is that a woolly rhino? Man, you are so tempting, but you would kick my ass so hard it's not even funny. Especially if we don't have the tools to like manage this. So what do we have currently available to me? These are just limits. I really need to see our resources. Bone spear, flint spear, bite face, some wooden spears, one flint axe, one flint pick. Not that great. Not that great. But if we can chop down these two, I can build an additional house, get additional people to join us. Not really sure if I want to go with dog domestication as of yet. Probably I'm gonna go with the sling making tech. Because from one dry skin we can get 2 slingshots, and whatever weapons we can right now have, I'll take it. Let's select the river for some fishing. Actually, it would be nice if I would pop down the first working area for the harvest of any wild plants whatsoever, because there is a ton of them in here. And if we assign 5 people to this, it should theoretically work really nicely for me. This way I don't have to do all of this stuff manually, especially since it will be changing seasons. I don't have to be worried that I will forget about some of the chestnuts or something like that throughout the seasons, because there's actually one chestnut over there, and I think there's one more somewhere. So if we can store this food and it's gonna last a bit longer inside of the storage tent, that is gonna be really important for us. Not really sure if I want to go after the Elasmotherium. This is actually a form of ancient rhino, which had this massive horn. I think Nigel Marvin actually had an episode where he was doing this fictional zoo, where he was going back in time and trying to save a species which died out, and he managed to get one of these bad boys. into safety of the future. Don't ask me. It was a long time ago. It was a fun show. He did do some fun episodes. I think I saw him, like, he did get like Tyrannosaurus Rex babies through the portal, and some other species, like 9 massive what are the type or the species of dinosaur where they have this long neck and long tail, like the Brachiosaurus, which was in Jurassic Park. Let me know in the comment section what's the name of sauropods. I think it's the sauropods. I'm just not sure right now. But yeah, fun stuff with that. We're gonna try to kill this wolf, because I'm not sure if he's going after the old man. But it would have been actually advantageous for me to try and attack the damn thing before it gets out of the water. We are actually taking some stupid quantity of damage here. It would be awesome if you could stop doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, because we just lost old man to a wolf. Seriously? This just proves that we need better tools. They are praying. Nobody is fishing. I don't know where my people are. But yeah, losing a person is definitely bad, and having cave lions all of a sudden here is also not the best thing. I do realize that we don't have that many deposits of some of the more rarer minerals, but we do have a flint deposit. Actually, in this mountain range, we do have like 2 copper deposits, 2 iron deposits, and a tin ore. So eventually we are going to be able to gather whatever the hell it is that we do require. I really want to have these trees finally chopped down. He is carrying the old man to the burial mound. So I'm really hoping we are going to be able to equip ourselves with some tools so that we can survive a freaking attack of the chihuahuas. Do have ton of dried meat currently available. Please someone chop down these 2 things. Really want to build that additional house. We do have the dry skin for it. This is gonna give us some wood to work with as well. So we should have that necessary fuel for cooking up whatever it is that you are cooking up. Oh, god damn it. That freaking lion just went right in the middle of our camp. And we also need to focus on this thing. Okay, fortunately, he was able to protect himself with the flint tool. But I'm still not happy about having the mountain lions so close to us, because they are aggressive, and yeah, if they don't have issue running into the middle of our encampment to wreak havoc, that can end really badly. But man, I do wonder in a couple of episodes if I will be able to make the colony last, or the tri-blasts. I'm not really sure what to call them so far, because we are working with such a limited amount of people. We do have 3 pieces of flint here. There is that mine, so we can theoretically exhaust that. The flint is still over there, selected for gathering. Really like the fact that you are focusing on building the 4th house. We did lose 1 person. We do have capacity for 9 of them. Now we have capacity for 12. So I'm really hoping we're going to get some more people, because the key to this whole thing is to have the right balance of everything, from your people to your agriculture to God knows what. Actually really thinking that this bank or this river side would work great for agriculture. It's low land, there's plenty of room. We are going to be able to connect it with a bunch of bridges. But the advantage of, if you have a town on 2 sides of the river, is the fact that you actually don't need to build the fortification on this side. So you are saving resources because you can effectively build your defenses around, like, let's say, an outline like this and an outline like this. The raiders cannot appear in the middle here and then just suddenly wreak havoc on your town. So we are definitely gonna see how this is gonna work out. We are getting blizzard, so this is definitely something new. It's definitely something which has been brought over from Planetbase, from the frozen planet. Do wonder how this is gonna affect our colony or our tribe, because if you do not have the necessary things for like clothing, the temperature of the person can go down rapidly, which can then cause them to die, of course. So hopefully we're gonna be able to survive the first blizzard. Although with the choices these people keep making, it's just swimming through a river during blizzard. I don't know what to think at this point. We do have a bunch of dry skins. We do have actually room for one more house. We can build 2 of them, but I don't want to like really go that crazy. This is almost full when it comes to storage. So if I were to build another storage pile somewhere, where could it be? I cannot squeeze it in here. Obviously, this is not the best way to store wood as of now, but we'll have to do whatever we can in order to make this semi-efficient. The berries are unfortunately decaying. They are not eating it. Makes me kind of wonder if I should be hunting down things if you are just not willing to eat it. They do seem to enjoy the fish and the meat. I mean, I would probably make the same choice. I would probably prefer... This looks like a nice, chunky carp. And the fish next to it looks like salmon. So I'm not really sure what you think of this miracle river, because carps usually don't live in the same rivers as salmons, but okay. The thing is that salmon is like a steady stream, like river like this, and then they go up the stream in order to repopulate their species, right? But carps, they can actually live in lakes, and they are the bottom feeders. They have actually mustache, which helps them locate food, and they eat whatever they manage to find. So you can actually ask my dad. He loves hunting those things. I really hate the taste of that meat. It's really weird. They have massive bones, and it's just no. The funniest thing is that actually the larger the carp you catch, the more gross it is, because the meat is just ugh. So it's like you need to catch the exact weight or something in order to get a good tasting fish. If it's too heavy, it's gross. But it looks great on your Facebook picture if you catch one. If it's too small, you have to let it go, and it's just weird like this. So yeah. Dog training, that can be interesting, but I would probably, I don't know. Leather outfits right now are not the best thing for us. Well, let's get the dogs. They are gonna theoretically help us out with hunting. Speaking of which, do we see any freaking wolves right now in here? Of course not. Ooh, there's a massive, massive space here. Too damn far for farming. But if we were to build the second part of the town here, theoretically on like the outskirts or here we can do the agriculture for whatever population it is gonna be living on that bank of the river. Do have our 5 tents, we do have the crafter, do have 2 food dryers, 3 of the skin dryer stations, 2 wood pile stations, 1 rock station or rock pile station. Burial mound has room for only a couple of bodies left. Reindeer seems to have escaped. That's just awesome, despite the fact that it's right over here. So you 2 idiots, join forces and get me that reindeer. Don't run away. Okay, there's actually 3 of you trying to hunt down something. What if we were to successfully hunt the Megalosaurus? Can you cross the river? Okay, 1 of you has to swim. 2 of you can actually take the shallow part of the river. This is a old male, full health. Let's see. Not so healthy. Beautiful. 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 I don't understand how I get a piece of bone out of this massive, massive deer, but whatever. How are these sticks? 20 of them. Do have 10 bones. We do have 9 dry skins. We do have some raw skins. We have dry fish. We do have cured meat. Really don't see the point of starting to clear out this massive chunk of area right now, because we just simply cannot populate it that fast or do something really awesome with it. The 2 piles of stone would be awesome if we can pick those up, because we don't have any stone whatsoever. Nobody is cooking bread in this damn thing. We don't have any fuel here. You do have all sorts of weird stuff stored around. We still have only 7 people. I would actually really love to see more people show up. You are starving, but I don't see you cooking anything, so I don't understand how this mechanic is actually supposed to work here. Interesting. Interesting. We do have someone carrying stone. I'm not really sure if you are joining the colony or what the hell is going on. Okay, 1 person has joined the colony. That's awesome. I am really tempted to do something stupid and try to go after the Lasmotherium, but man, these things are... The thing is, if you do something really crazy stupid, and if you lose like majority of your populace on pulling off a stunt like that, it can effectively totally kill your run. We did survive the winter, which gives us knowledge, and therefore we can go with dog training. And the worst thing is, there's not a single dog in sight. I misclicked, and I'm gonna have to edit that out. That is why we had only 7 people in our tribe, but there's not a goddamn wolf in sight right now. Sometimes I seriously love this game so damn much for doing these types of dumbass things to me. I don't know. Go fishing. You do something. Be productive. The beauty of the dry fish is that it takes a much longer time for it to decay. We did receive our first initial trader after playing this for over 40 something minutes. So don't see anything which I want from you right now. so please go away. But it's good to know that we don't need the largest town in order to attract trade. It's just good to know that we have that option. We're gonna have to do something with these cave lines and things like that. I'm really not a huge fan of having it living here. If you gather these stones, I'm gonna have at least something to work with. I'm not really sure how many people can work with one hearth, or like how many of them can be fed at the same time in this place. I just got a dog out of middle of nowhere. It just came and was domesticated. Should I question this logic? Because that dog just appeared out of freaking nowhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super excited that we have our first pooch, but goddammit, where the hell did you come from? Don't chase the reindeer away. You just... God damn it. What are you doing, Scooby? I mean, its health has gone significantly down. Awesome. Now they have to carry the damn food through the river. That's my favorite. Now we have 2 dogs. Or is it the same dog? We have 2 dogs all of a sudden. I did not even need to go and get wolves. The dogs are appearing out of nowhere. Should I be angry about this? Probably no. I mean, the game is effectively trying to help me. I will not be able to put down another hut or tent unless I chop down this fir. Food. We do have berries. We do have meat. So hunger should not be an issue. Coolest thing is that I have unlocked all the necessary tech. And I'm gonna build the tanner over here. So hopefully if we get some raw skin, we're gonna be able to make some leather, and that can be eventually used for a bunch of useful stuff. I don't really think I'm going to be making leather outfits because I can use the leather for other purposes, and also it does not provide as much protection against the cold days, so the skins outfit is actually better choice for me right now. We are gonna go ahead, build the 6th tent over here. And we can officially call this a, I think, successful start of the 2nd season. I did have to travel quite far in order to get my hands on this location. There's actually a ton of forageables here. This is a cave lion. So we went from this location in here. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a decent location. You can expand quite further inland. But, yeah, this side, there are a ton of megaliths, which is one advantage. But if you would try to do anything in here, such as agriculture or more building or housing or whatever, it's just not that much of an upgrade. So I really think I did go the right way to use the nomad choice and actually allow myself to choose a better location. I'm quite sure in a couple of episodes the clan or tribe or whatever the hell we are is gonna be able to grow into quite the effective society, and they're gonna be able to do all sorts of cool stuff. We do have the sticks and everything. If you can gather actually more of them, that would be nice. We do have now the storage capabilities. I would actually love to take the wooden pile apart, and if I can take the rock pile apart too, that would be just dandy. If we can store the stuff in the storage tents, I'll take it. We have plenty of protein source just thanks to the river. There's like overall at least 6 fishing slots, or how many, which we can utilize here, so whenever we will be running low on food, this can be addressed. Can the dog attack? We cannot actually command the dog to attack, but the old woman with the flint axe has done enough damage to a freaking cave lion. So that's pretty damn awesome. Also, the dog came to help. Not really sure how much help it was, but still better than nothing. So we are able to store raw materials in here. Hopefully these pieces of anything and nothing are going to be able to be moved inside. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for the first initial episode of the second season. I really do hope that you are going to like the season, and we're going to be able to see a much better town in comparison to the first season. Sure, it wasn't that bad. The problem was, once I was starting to expand into the second section, the elevation in the ground caused lots of issues with putting down granaries or anything else, and I would have probably preferred if I would have majority of the population in one side and then like a production section in the other side. So here I feel like I'm just gonna have a whole lot more room to tinker with the potential layouts. If I will not like something, or if I'm gonna get some feedback from you in the comment section, we're gonna be able to create a much more efficient and beautiful looking town or tribe or village or whatever it's gonna turn into, if I'm not gonna get everyone killed, because the longer winters and the blizzards and lack of clothing and other things can actually cause a whole lots of issues, especially once we go from the Paleolithic era to the Mesolithic era. Once we're gonna start to keep getting our cereal domestication and do agriculture and things like this, it's just gonna be interesting to see how these animals, which are here, that's all gonna be gone eventually. The beautiful thing is that this riverbank gives us a stupid amount of space to keep expanding. So obviously this can be eventually moved more inland, and we can use this entire zone just for population, and this riverbank can be used for agriculture, or there can be additional housing. Here we can have agriculture. There are so many possibilities. I just cannot wait to get into the season a bit more and see where it will take us. If you did enjoy the episode, give it a big like. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It also lets me know that you do enjoy the content. If you have any tips for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'm gonna be more than happy to read them. If I'm gonna find some idea which I find interesting, I'm gonna try to go for it. I have done this in many of my playthroughs already, so your feedback is really appreciated, your support as well. And when it comes to support, the best way to find out what the channel is up to and if the channel is uploading any awesome content is to actually subscribe. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, I do comparisons, I do all sorts of cool stuff. So the link is in the description. Go check out the first season if you are interested in how the tribe eventually evolved into a self-sufficient society. And for other playthroughs like Planetbase or anything else, link is in the description. Go check it out. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I'm gonna see you at the next one here from the town of or what's the name of it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there, and see you at the next one. Bye bye. Man, this has so much freaking potential, it's actually scary. Ooh, second trader. Don't want none of that stuff.